Are you a Game of Thrones fan and ever wondered where King's Landing scenes were shot? Picture yourself strolling through the cobbled streets of King's Landing, standing atop the mighty Red Keep, or gazing out across the sparkling waters of Blackwater Bay. If you're a Game of Thrones devotee, you've probably dreamt of these moments. But what if we told you that you could actually live them? In the beautiful city of Dubrovnik, a place brimming with history and culture, you'll find our Game of Thrones tour. This isn't just a sightseeing trip, it's a journey into the heart of Westeros. With every step you take, you'll be walking in the footsteps of your favorite characters, experiencing the same sights they did, and immersing yourself in the world of ice and fire. Our tour lasts approximately 1.5 to 2 hours, a duration that allows us to cover all the iconic filming locations from the series. From the endless fortified walls where Tyrion Lannister and Varys once strolled to the infamous Pilegate where King Joffrey was pelted with dung, we've got it all. And the best part? Our tour includes a visit to the imposing Lovrianak Fortress, better known to fans as the Red Keep. Here you can marvel at the same panoramic views that once took the breath away of the rulers of the Seven Kingdoms. But the journey doesn't end there. We've also arranged for you to experience Cersei's Walk of Shame, just without the public humiliation part. And of course, no tour would be complete without a photo opportunity on the Iron Throne itself. For a mere €25, you'll have an expert local guide to lead you through the streets of King's Landing, sharing fascinating anecdotes and pointing out the exact spots where unforgettable scenes from the series were shot. Please note, entrance to the St. Lawrence Fortress or the Red Keep is not included in the tour price and costs an additional €15 per person. So, if you're ready to step into the world of Westeros, join us at the large Onofrio fountain in the old town of Dubrovnik. Let the journey to King's Landing begin. The journey to King's. Remember the infamous Walk of Shame? Brace yourselves as we dive into the world of Cersei Lannister. As we trace the path of Cersei's Walk of Shame, we are transported into the heart of King's Landing, right here in Dubrovnik. This is where the once mighty Queen Cersei was stripped of her pride and made to walk naked through the streets, a spectacle for all to see. This powerful scene was shot along Dubrovnik's Jesuit staircase, a grand Baroque staircase leading up to the Poljana Rudera Boskovica Square. It's here that Cersei begins her arduous journey, a journey that is as much about her physical torment as it is about her psychological struggle. Now, let's delve into some intriguing behind-the-scenes facts. The Walk of Shame was one of the most controversial and talked-about scenes in the series, sparking debates and discussions worldwide. But did you know that Lena Headey, the actress who plays Cersei, used a body double for the scene? Rebecca Van Cleve stepped into Cersei's shoes, or rather her bare feet, for this challenging role. It took an incredible 4 days to film this scene, with hundreds of extras involved, each one hand-picked for their part. Here's another fascinating tidbit. The local church in Dubrovnik initially opposed the filming of the scene due to its explicit nature. However, after negotiations and agreements about certain restrictions, the scene was finally given the green light. As we walk the steps of Cersei's Walk of Shame, we can almost feel the dramatic atmosphere of that pivotal scene. We can hear the crowd's jeers, feel the stones under our feet, and sense the humiliation that Cersei must have felt. It's a stark reminder of the Game of Thrones' ability to weave together the grandeur of fantasy with the rawness of human emotion. As we leave the path of Cersei's humiliation behind, we journey to the towering Red Keep, but that's a story for another time, so stay tuned. Ever wondered what it feels like to stand in the Red Keep overlooking the city? Well, wonder no more, because our next stop is Lovrianak Fortress, the real-life stand-in for this iconic stronghold. This is where the magic happens, where the stone walls echo with the whispers of courtly intrigues and the clashing of swords. Lovrianak Fortress, perched high on a cliff, is an imposing sight to behold. Its impressive fortified walls, reaching up to 37 feet in thickness, have earned it the nickname Dubrovnik's Gibraltar. Can you imagine the daunting task of scaling these walls? Thankfully, we're here as friends, not foes. As we venture deeper into the fortress, you might recognize the corridors and chambers that served as the Red Keep's interior. Remember when Tyrion Lannister, the witty and sharp-tongued Hand of the King, walked these very halls? Or when he shared tense exchanges with the cunning master of whispers, Varys? Those were the days of high stakes and higher tensions, and who could forget the stunning vistas from the Red Keep's terraces, the panoramic view of the city as one of breathtaking beauty, a sight that once filled the heart of King Robert Baratheon and his court with pride. It's a view that makes you feel like a true ruler surveying your kingdom from on high. But it's not just the grandeur of the Red Keep that's awe-inspiring. It's also the stories that these ancient stones hold. Stories of power and betrayal, of love and war played out under the watchful gaze of the Iron Throne. And as we explore this fortress, we're not just walking in the footsteps of fictional characters, we're also stepping into a rich history that predates Game of Thrones by centuries. This fortress, like the Red Keep it portrays, has seen its fair share of sieges and power struggles, but unlike the Red Keep, it has stood the test of time, a testament to the resilience of the city it guards. From the grandeur of the Red Keep, we now move towards the tumultuous Pile Gate. Join us as we continue our journey through the very heart of King's Landing. Imagine the roar of an angry mob, the chaos of a riot. Welcome to the Pile Gate. In the heart of Dubrovnik, Pile Gate stands as a testament to the city's tumultuous past. But for Game of Thrones fans, it's more than just a gateway into history. It's the site of one of the most intense scenes in the series, King Joffrey's riot. Picture this: King Joffrey, the young petulant ruler, is making his way through the city when a riot breaks out. The crowd is restless, their anger palpable, the air is thick with tension, and then, out of nowhere, a piece of dung flies through the air, hitting the king square in the face. Now, let's peel back the curtain. This wasn't just any riot scene, it required meticulous planning and coordination to bring it to life. The cast and crew spent days rehearsing, choreographing every punch, every shout, every moment of chaos. They wanted to capture the raw emotion of a city on the brink, the anger of a people pushed to their limits. But it wasn't all drama. Jack Gleeson, who played King Joffrey, reportedly couldn't keep a straight face during the filming of this scene. The dung, of course, was fake, and the absurdity of being pelted with it sent Gleeson into fits of laughter between takes. It's a testament to his acting skills that he managed to channel his amusement into Joffrey's trademark petulance on screen. And what about the crowd? Well, local extras were used for the riot scene, adding an authentic touch to the chaos. The directors wanted to ensure that the riot felt real, that it captured the raw energy and emotion of a mob, and they certainly succeeded. Take a moment to appreciate the Pile Gate, not just as a piece of history, but as a stage for one of the most memorable scenes in television history. It's here that fiction and reality intertwine, where the line between the world of Game of Thrones and our own becomes blurred. From the Pile Gate, our journey takes us to the ultimate symbol of power, the Iron Throne. The Iron Throne, the heart of power in Westeros. Ever dreamed of sitting on it? Now brace yourself for the most thrilling part of our tour, a moment that many have dreamed of, yet only a few have experienced. A moment that could make you feel like a king, a queen, or perhaps a conqueror. Yes, we're talking about the chance to take a seat on the Iron Throne. This isn't just a chair made of swords. It's a symbol of power, of dominance, of ultimate control. It's an emblem of a kingdom's history, steeped in blood and brimming with intrigue. It's the seat that has seen kings rise and fall, alliances formed and broken, and destinies carved in the annals of time. And now, it's your turn to feel the cold, hard steel beneath you, the weight of 1,000 swords surrendered in defeat. Your turn to imagine the whispers of courtiers plotting in hushed tones, the echoes of battles fought and won. Your turn to feel the thrill of ruling, the burden of decision-making, the euphoria of absolute power. But remember, this isn't just a photo opportunity. This is a moment to live the fantasy, to immerse yourself in the world of Game of Thrones. So, as you sit on this iconic throne, think about the characters who've sat here before you. Think about their stories, their struggles, their triumphs and tragedies, and as you do, let the reality of King's Landing wash over you. Let the stories of Westeros seep into your soul. As our journey through the world of Game of Thrones comes to an end, remember, in the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. Which one will you choose?